Hey everybody, it's Jim with Triple J Bricks. Welcome back to another video. Today is going to be a studio update video. I feel like I kind of do one of these once every couple months. It kind of helps me when I feel like there's like a reset period or I'm kind of mulling the next project. I feel like I do these videos. They just sort of happen. I don't really plan them. They just sort of happen this way. So it helps me, and hopefully it gives you some updates on what's been going on in the studio. And so I'm going to be doing that today, and also a little bit of a Bricklink store update as well. So let's get started. Okay, this first order is from Helen. Helen is all in $6.78 plus shipping. Batman stuff, some old school stuff. This Octan 1x16 sticker piece. Very cool. Thank you, Helen. And this is from Ken. This is Ken's second time through the store. Ken is also a viewer. Ken said, nice score on the Rochester haul. I love getting bulk bins and going through them. Sometimes all the fun is in the hunt. Keep the videos coming, Ken. Thank you so much, Ken. I really do appreciate it. And on top of that, Ken used his 15% off coupon to make this purchase. So if you are a viewer and you are making a purchase on the Bricklink store, please let me know in the Bricklink order, and you'll get 15% off your next purchase of any parts. So I will be sending Ken another coupon for 15% off, and I just realized before recording this clip that I don't know if I gave the 15% coupon to the others who had purchased from the store and were viewers. I know I gave them the first coupon, but I think someone had used, I'm gonna have to go back and check. I think someone had used their coupon on another one, and so I would like to keep that rolling. So yeah, so let me know, send me a message, send me a comment if you did make a purchase and you are a viewer of the channel, and let me know, and I'll be sure to send you that coupon if I have not. So thank you so much for the support, friends. Appreciate it. Marco is all in $13.83 for these 4 parts. These pieces, these are just like hinge pieces, but in tan, these are $6.29 a piece. I have 1 left. Marco took 2 of them, but crazy town. But thank you so much, Marco, for the order. This is going out to Joel. Joel is all in $15.56 plus shipping. I would imagine Joel is putting together this Ferrari set, and I got these parts such a long time ago. A lot of these are sticker pieces. There's some tiles there. Yeah, I had this lot. I can't even remember. It was one of my earlier lots. It had all these red pieces in it, including these 1x16s with like all the logos and stuff on them. And I listed all of this stuff, and it's definitely been sitting since I, put my store up. Like, these were one of the earlier parts that went into the store, and now they're on their way out. Someone is going to build this. Joel is going to build this set. And I thought to myself, man, I have a lot of these pieces. Should I maybe try to like build this set and then sell it? But I wasn't super interested in it. But now it's going to go to Joel. And that's so awesome. He's going to put all this together. And all these huge plates and panels and things are getting out of the inventory. Yes. Thank you, Joel. It's on its way. First things first. Look at this. There's no Lego on this cart. There's no Lego up here. There's no Lego here. It's all gone. It is time for a new project. I am still waiting for the last order that has, of course, a lot of parts in it. I'm still waiting for the last order on Bricklink to finish the Ewok Village, but then I will give you an update on that once I have that. But everything else has been listed, parted out into the store, you know, all the remaining stuff. And then I also did another smaller haul because, well, let me just explain. So last week, well, as of the recording of this, my wife was gone for a week, and with our daughter. And so I had some time to kind of power through some stuff. And that helped me get through the remaining part of the Rochester haul. And then I also washed and sorted and put away an additional haul that I had picked up. It was small. I didn't make a video about it. I didn't even record anything for it. It wasn't super exciting, and initially, yeah, it just kind of happened really fast, and it wasn't, I don't know, it wasn't that thrilling. I paid $60 for a bin of Lego from this mom who was getting rid of some stuff. And there were some figs in it, and I actually was able to get those uploaded to the store, and I actually was able to get back my initial investment just on the figs alone. So that made me feel good because there was a lot of like older parts. There was a lot of extra stuff in it, and I just didn't know how much was going to be in there. But there was some Bionicle parts that were super pricey. Wait, let me show you. So I was going through some parts, and again, this haul just had some Bionicle parts. It had some vintage stuff, things like that. But anyway, I was inputting the parts into a brick store, just boop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop, right? And I inputted this, and originally I thought it was a Bionicle mask, but it actually is a thigh piece. Anyway, I inputted this, and then I clicked the button to do the last 6 months of average sales, and it came out to $29. What? And I have two of them. This was like, one of these was 16, maybe it was these two. Another one of these was 20 each. Anyway, these 3, 6, 9 parts came out to about $158 in listed value. I was absolutely blown away. So of course I looked it up, and I'll show an image of it, what's up here, but it's a set. There's one Bionicle set. On Bricklink, like the used prices for this thing is like $500 for the full set. And if it's sealed, it's like over $1,000. So, and they're in good shape. So anyway, these are listed on the store for the value that they have been purchased for. I just am, you know, so they're in their own little bag, and they're being protected, and I just was shocked. So anyway, that haul ended up being better, and I had kind of wished I had recorded it, but I'm updating you on it now. So anyway, that was definitely the coolest part of that haul, and so I wanted to share that with you. Speaking of the Bricklink store, we are just over 25,000 parts in 6,100 lots for a total of $5,255 in listed value, which is phenomenal. Honestly, like my goal is 10,000 lots by the end of 2025. I think it's possible because I started the year at about 4,000 and change, and we're at 6,100, and I would love to get 10,000 lots in the store. So that feels really, really good. We are definitely running up against space though. So I think if we're going to hit that 10K in individual lots, it's going to have to come from minifigures. Minifigure parts or small pieces, which leads me to this drawer. So this is where all of the little jewel case organizers are. In fact, I use a couple of these actually in the Bricklink store currently to store smaller parts. These organizers, I need to start getting some of these smaller pieces up in the store, including the studs, tiles, plates, all this kind of stuff. So none of this stuff is currently in the store. So this will add definitely a bunch of lots to the store. And not all of these I want to list, but quite a bit of it. So that is on the docket. Down here, I still have, so this is this huge case. This is pretty full. Like this is, at this point, this is kind of done. I don't really want to fill that case anymore. But my minifigure 2 case still has a lot of open compartments and more room to fill. And then I have a third one all ready to go. So I still have tons and tons of room for minifigure parts, smaller pieces, etc. And that feels really good because the next haul up is the Newport haul. If you remember the Newport haul, I showcased it in a video a while back. I probably bought that, it might have been the fall or late summer. I could go back and look, but I made that purchase, and that to date is still the most I've ever spent on a Lego haul. I spent $300 on that, and that is the most I've ever spent. And it's all minifigs, and I've almost sort of forgotten what's in it because it's just been sitting up there. And there's a bunch of Star Wars figs. There's a ton of great stuff that he organized and kind of put together for me. I'll link the video in where I talk more about that up there. But that's next on the docket because that is essentially, now that all of this is cleared, that's the only thing left in this space that is unprocessed. And when I say unprocessed, I mean, like, obviously there's a ton of stuff in my inventory that I'm going to want to add to the store at some point and shuffle around and all that kind of stuff. But in terms of unprocessed Lego, that is all that's left, which is pretty cool. Which means after that haul is done, then we go into the garage and tackle all the massive bins in there, which, one, I don't know if I can even really hold a whole lot more bulk right now. I'm going to have to do it in small sections. I think I'm just going to take like a bin, a smaller sized bin, and just sort of do them in stages. That might take a little bit longer because, you know, I'm going to spend more time sorting, but I also don't want to do too much all at once and then not have the space to list it, store it, whatever. So that feels really good. It feels great. All the stuff that was in the upstairs dining area is gone, and it's just those minifigs. And I'm really happy to be doing some minifigs right now because, truthfully, after doing the Rochester haul, and then I just completely went into another haul right after that of more pieces, it's a lot. And I'm not burned out by sorting and sifting because I do really enjoy it, but I'm ready for a little break on doing that and just focusing on some minifigure parts. I was kind of saving the Newport haul for this very occasion where I was done with the kind of everything that was upstairs and sort of a celebratory thing to get all that into the store before diving into all the stuff in the garage. So yeah, it feels good. It feels a little weird, but I feel very at peace with stuff. I still have a lot of room in here yet. I'm not sure exactly what I want to do with the acromills yet. And of course, I still have some cases down here that are available for space. I still have a little bit of room left in the drawers, but some of that is used as overstock for my own parts. So I'm going to need to do a little bit of assessment of that, I guess. But I'd love to get, started into more building. I also have some ideas for up here. That is TBD at this moment and will potentially be coming. I have a lot of ideas, and not enough time to execute all of them. But that's, all you can do is one thing at a time, right? But that's just a little bit of an update as to kind of what's going on here in the studio and on the Bricklink store. And I'm very happy with it. And we've been having orders, fairly consistently. It's been a nice little, bit of revenue so far this year. I'm really excited to see what the end of 2025 looks like in terms of the Bricklink store, and what that nets us. But as stuff is sold, more stuff can come in. So, which there's tons more left to come in. One of the things that I was excited about sharing with you in this video is that while, yes, I have made some Lego purchases this year, but when I talked in my kind of what I wanted to look forward to in 2025 video, I talked a lot about working with what do we have. And at this very point right now, I feel really good that I have been working through the stuff that I have and getting a real good foothold on that and not letting it overwhelm me or getting to be too much. It's so easy to just keep piling it on. And I've been trying to focus as much as possible of like not letting that happen and keep everything under control as best as possible. Now, if something comes along that, I can't pass up, well, that's a different story. But anyway, that's a different story, and that's for a potential future time. Everybody, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. But remember, until then, keep on building. Jim, out.